I'm Justin Dellario, and I lead Esports at Twitch. I think it's possible. A lot of other media companies definitely have some of the same expertise. In fact, probably even more years performing some of those functions than Twitch. But Twitch has this critical mass that makes, extending the way we treat the esports business and thinking about ways to engage in that space in more ways than just distributing content. I mean, esports and Twitch are kind of synonymous. It's very much in our DNA, and the growth of esports and the growth of Twitch have pretty much moved along at the same pace. So we don't just think about our role in esports as one to just be strictly a distributor, but we think in a lot of ways about how we can help grow the space and create value for other segments as well. It's interesting. I'd hope that anybody who's creating whatever that next big genre of games is today is thinking about what's good for engagement, what's easy to understand, what's going to help UGC streamers and event content do well. I personally don't think that the game necessarily defines streaming success as much as it can just be an additive piece. And what I mean is there were a lot of successful streamers on Twitch even before Battle Royale games, and some of those same streamers are the successful ones today. I think that Battle Royale games helped kind of level the playing field, increase the number of streamers doing well, and drew in more audience. But I don't think that being a good streamer is necessarily tied to the genre as much as it's just like an added benefit. At Twitch, we think about the content viewing experience as what we call a multiplayer experience. And what that really means to us is that these kind of shared real-time interactive experiences that consist of the content, the actual broadcaster, the interaction from chat, and whatever we potentially made available for you to click on and experience on overlays is all encompassing that multiplayer experience. And even though we've added more features in the last year and we've really doubled down in that area, Twitch has always been kind of a lean-in experience versus a lean-back one. And I think that there's a lot of different segments, especially in entertainment and sports, who are looking at that audience interaction on Twitch and have already identified for themselves it's possible elsewhere. In fact, while Twitch is such a ready example of all that extra engagement interactivity around content, there's been some cases where major content creators on TV have created apps that you're supposed to use while maybe watching a game show, or you can vote to decide who wins something like American Idol. But I think you'll actually continue to see a lot of that adopted across all forms of content. So if you think about the esports business first, media rights is obviously one of the most heavily discussed potential revenue streams, and there's a lot of projections out there that would insinuate that's going to be one of the major revenue streams to grow significantly over the next several years. While I think that's potentially true, I actually think it'll be from that multi-distribution strategy. At Twitch we have some esports content that's exclusive and some that's not, and it just really comes down to what makes sense for the partnership we're structuring at the time. But at the end of the day, we understand that our viewers are generally after the Twitch experience, and that seems to be the one that's most often selected by the consumer, so we're doing pretty well regardless of the exclusivity.